Good afternoon and welcome. It's Gillykube from Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia, coming to you with another kind of little test pour again. I'm using the Mont pre-made pouring paints. So I've got this little set which said it is the flamingo colours. So I'm going to do a dirty cup pour with these, or just a flip cup pour, whatever you call it. I don't know the different names that people name them all, they're weird. But I'm going to do a flip cup pour with this little set of pre-made pouring paints, and then I'm going to have a go and see if I can bring my chameleon cells on the whole finished flip. So I will explain as I go along, and without further ado, my puppies have just walked in here to say hello to me, as they do as soon as I start filming. They think, oh, what's she up to now? We'll get in there and take a look. Okay, so I hope your weekend's been going pretty well. I'm not sure when I'll put this particular video out, so your weekend may have come and gone. But I hope you had a good one, and I hope it was peaceful. So, mine's been pretty busy, but that's good. So I've got time now to come into my art room, which is extra specially good. So here we go. So I've got this one is a Mont oval egg-shaped canvas. I'm going to load these pre-made colours just directly from the bottle, so there's no... That's my washing machine. There's no mixing of these. I'll just give them a really good shake. That's my washing machine, can you believe it? Sings to me, isn't that nice? So that was, I'll just go through the colours in a second. I've used the pink, the turquoise and the rose gold, and now for some of the phthalo turquoise. So yeah, they are flamingo colours apparently. I'm going to use some of my white as well, so I'll just take it out the bottle. So everything I'm using, I have a link for in the drop down box where I get my paints from, and I believe that you can now get all these paints from overseas or Europe. So there's not, if you look on Amazon, if you're in US, well, one lady's told me she's getting them in Carolina. That was a hot pink. So I want to use those bottles again, because I can use those bottles again or something. So these have got, I haven't added anything, so I don't believe they've got silicone in. I'm not sure. Doesn't say that they've got silicone in on the bottle, but I'm going to do a little test on them to see if I can. Okay, I'll do the flip cup, and I think I might just put some of my it's pre-made, it's just white paint, it's just the Mont Marte I've pre-made up with my glue and water mix, and that recipe is in the drop down box also. I just thought I will put it round the edges so I don't have to tilt so much of the colour off. So so that's pre-made. That's looking a bit khaki round the top there, so I don't want that dropping onto my artwork, the yuckiness of it all. So I'll just pour this around. Every time I start filming, the dogs have been quiet all day until I start filming. Then one's teasing the other with a bone or something. So the other one starts barking crazy. I think it's just as bad as when my children were babies, how they used to, or children were young and they used to tease one another over toys or objects. The dogs are no different now. Just replace the human babies with fur babies. Anyway, let's see what we can get from this. Flip and lip. I want to just put some interest through it by lipping the flip cup. Maybe I should just heat that a little bit with my gun. Get the air bubbles out. Now, I don't know if you can hear that's the green frog, we've got a huge green frog which resides, well, we've got several, but one really big one that resides on our property and in our plant pots. Now, the green frogs in Australia are a really good sign for your, I think they're good, you know, showing that your ecosystem of your land is pretty good for them to be living here, so happy about that, obviously. Something like that. Somebody might tell me something different about that, not sure. Anyway, okie doke. So let's just give this another, get rid of these air bubbles. Okay, now it doesn't look too interesting. I mean, it looks nice and kind of marble-ish, but I'm hoping to create the interest with my brush. So what I'm going to do is on this lid, just got a lid here, I'm just putting some of the Mont silicone onto the lid. There you go, like that. So that's just the Mont silicone. I am going to dip my, it's a scalp brush. These brushes you can get from chemist shops, or you can get them from the cheapy shops, discount shops. They're used as a scalp brush. So I just dip that in and let's see if it works on this. Yeah. It's not really doing much on that one. Wonder why that is. It's coming out on my, on the other painting I did, it came out straight away, like really big sort of cells through it. I'm wondering, okay, plan B. I've got this little bit of, I can't even remember what it was now. It's from last week. I'm just wondering if I do a swipe and then do my chameleon cells, whether it'll work better with that. So I might try that. I'm just going to add a bit of water to that. It's not really coming out as I expected it would, so I'm going to just see if doing like this darker purple swipe over it will make the colours come out better on my chameleon cells. So we'll just see. Just got to try these things, haven't you? So let's give this a go. I'm going to do it down the centre, and then I'm going to get my 50 swipe. Now I've got a video, a very quick video on how to make this Swifty swipe. I'll try and add the link to the bottom in the comments. Very easy and very good tool. Actually, those paints probably could have done with a little bit of thinning. I'm thinking that's why my Swifty swipe has gone bent. What have I done to it? I must have, it's bent. Bit like me, bent. It's not doing what I'd hoped it would do, but you know, you just keep plodding on through. See what we can get. See what we can get. Just keep working it. Try back through here again. What am I doing? I'm not putting enough pressure down on it. There you go. Very naughty dog of mine. Oh, that looks... Oh, I know what I added. The purple. This purple I'm using because it... I used it last week and I added the... oh, what you call it? The colour shift sparkle through it. So that's why it's really sparkling here now. Lovely. I must have bent my Swifty Swipe somehow that it's... I'll just keep my fingers there. Wipe your Swifty Swipe off in between each swipe. Maybe I need to let this paint dry off a bit. I've never done my chameleon cells on this pre-made pouring paint. I just wanted to give it a go, as you do when you're trying, you know, trying different things. And I think I probably should have watered the Mont pouring paints down a bit. But that's pretty. But I don't think it's going to work with my chameleon cells for whatever reason. I just did a previous one with the chameleon cells and it worked. No, it's not gonna show up my chameleon cells. So I just go to plan B. I'll leave the chameleon cells for this particular pour, but now I've got some nice lacing happening. I might just try, see if I can get some more lacing happening. I think this little bit of white was mixed with Floetrol. I'm just going to test these now and see if I can get some nice effects to come up in these paints. Well, I've learnt from that particular one, what I've learnt is, I think if I'm doing that kind of thing, my Mont pouring paints can do with being watered down a bit. Ooh, look at that. They're too thick for this to do chameleon cells. Oh, look at that lacing. So that's just with Floetrol in my paint, as lots of people use Floetrol as a cell activator other than or with silicone. But if you don't want to use silicone, you do get some nice lacy cells from Floetrol. So there you go, there's some nice lacy cells that as soon as I finish this, I'm going to get on and make up. I've got to do this chameleon pour now because I've got cells in my head. I did it on another painting that's up on YouTube already on my with chameleon cells, and it was really lovely. That's pretty. Wow, look at that. Wowzers, trousers, very nice. Just gonna give it a little bit of a heat. Cells are gorgeous. That's that. Wow, that looks very pretty. Very pretty. What do you think, guys? Kind of looks like abstract ocean kind of scene. Could make it that way with putting a bit of the darker. That looks like the froth of the water there. play with it until there's something that you really find appealing with it. I quite like that. So there you go. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll give you a close-up. It looks quite pretty at the moment. There you go. It's just lovely, really lovely. It's very soft and very nice, just out of the pouring paints. Back down again. So thank you guys for joining me. Until tomorrow, I'll see you then, but wait on for the finished photographs.